Subscribe to this YouTube channel and please enjoy watching this video. After his side were condemned to a 5-3 defeat to Villarreal, Xavi cut a frustrated figure. The Spaniard has overseen his fair share of struggles this season and, as such, will be leaving his position as manager at the end of this campaign. Under the belief that a change in leadership is needed to spruce the European heavyweights back into life, the Spanish veteran, who played 767 games in a Barcelona strip, confirmed his decision after his damning loss to the Yellow Submarine. "I will leave Barcelona in June. We have reached a point of no return. It's time for change. As a Mikel, I think that it's time to leave. I spoke with the board and the club today. I will leave on the June 30th. So, what's next for the club? For too long now, Barcelona have been in purgatory. Not quite as low as they can be but not up to their typical high standards of reaching the latter stages of the Champions League and flying high in the Spanish top tier. But who could be in line to replace him in the Barca hot seat? There have been many names that have been thrown about as possible successors, and Dugat News are here to run through 10 managers, using betting odds, who may look to lead the club away from their hodgepodge era under the former midfielder. We've considered who the best option would be to take charge at the Camp Nou, looking at how successful they have been at past clubs and their recent performances as managers. However, we've also factored in how attainable every option is, ensuring that our ranking has an element of realism taken into account. Here is a list, albeit not exclusive, of ranking factors that have been considered while deciphering a list. Pedigree in the management world, attainability, experience in comparison to others in the list. Success at current/previous clubs, any personal links to Barcelona/rival clubs understood? Let's get into it, shall we? Number 1, Thiago Motta, Bologna. Current odds, 12-1. The Blaugrana have a tendency to be tempted by those familiar with their club ethos. Take Xavi and Pep Guardiola as two prime examples, which means that Motta will be hustling and bustling as one of the leading candidates to be the Spaniard's successor. Motta, now 41, strutted his stuff in the Barcelona engine room between 2001 and 2007 and was a cool and calm orchestrator, one that was also going to turn his hand to management. Currently plying his trade at the helm of Bologna, the elegant Italian has turned a bunch of dreamers into serious European football challengers. He's destined for a jump up in responsibility. Number 2, Jose Mourinho, unemployed. Current odds, 4-1. This may seem unlikely thanks to his affinity to Real Madrid, though many may not know that the enigmatic Mourinho spent 4 years of his managerial career, between 1996 and 2000, serving as Sir Bobby Robson's and then Louis van Gaal's assistant managers, or as he saw it, their understudy. Having recently been relieved of his duties at AS Roma, the self-proclaimed Special One is looking for a new venture and a return to the Camp Nou could be on the agenda. Number 3, Mikel Arteta, Arsenal. Current odds, 14-1. Arsenal may be on the ascendancy and building towards their first Premier League title since the 2003-04 season, but, you know what they say, when Barcelona come calling, you go. It always seemed as if it could be a move that would come to fruition, but it poses the question, is it the right time? Mikel Arteta has been a fantastic servant for the Gunners since his arrival in December 2019 and finished 5 points off the pace last time out, though it does seem that a Premier League crown is just around the corner. Reports have suggested that he is on their shortlist, however. Weirder things have happened, that's for sure. Number 4, Roberto De Zerbi, Brighton and Hove Albion. Current odds, 7-1. According to reports, Brighton's Roberto De Zerbi has emerged as a leading candidate to take over the reign in the summer months. Also touted to replace Pep Guardiola when he eventually ups and leaves Manchester City, as well as the outstanding candidate to replace outgoing Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp by Dean Jones, the Italian is highly regarded in coaching circles as a very tactically astute manager. Whether the Barcelona post will appeal to him is another question, especially with speculation growing over him becoming Guardiola's successor. Even then, what he is building at Brighton and Hove Albion is special. Many worried following Graham Potter's departure, but De Zerbi has gone above and beyond to ensure that an attractive brand of football has never wilted. Number 5, Mikel, Girona. Current odds, 8 to 1. The mastermind behind Girona's remarkable 2023-24 season, albeit thus far. Mikel, 48, joined the club in the summer of 2021 and has come on leaps and bounds since, propelling them into an unforeseen title charge this term, rubbing shoulders with the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid. If they are able to achieve the unthinkable, what's to say that Mikel will not shoot up the shortlist? Not only Barcelona but a myriad of clubs will be yearning for the Spaniard come the end of the season, a La Liga trophy to his name or not. What might give Barcelona the edge, however, is the fact that Madrid-born Mikel is believed to be learning Catalan to embrace the culture, or is he just preparing for when the club's higher-ups come knocking? Number 6, Rafael Marquez, Barcelona, Athletic. Current odds, 8 to 1. A former teammate of Xavi's, Mexican Rafael Marquez is highly regarded among decision-makers at the club and, therefore, his progression up to the senior side makes viable sense if they go down the route of employing from within. His Athletic side, ultimately the club's reserve side, are 7th in the Spanish third tier. Very close to both Deco and Juan Laporta, two prominent members of Barcelona's hierarchy, Marquez could be fast-tracked into the senior setup, similarly to what Pep Guardiola did back in the day. And look how well that went. They could go down a similar route, but whether he'd be able to emulate the brilliance of the current Manchester City boss is highly unlikely. Whether he'd like to be Xavi's successor is another worry as, although he's done an admirable job, there's reluctance whether he's up to the promotion. Number 7, Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool. Current odds, 5 to 1. Jurgen Klopp, after his wonderful service for Liverpool, has decided that the current season will be his last in charge of the Anfield-based outfit, much to the dismay of their supporters. In the wake of the news, the German tactician has insisted that no other team in England will have the pleasure of reaping the benefits of his expertise. In fact, a teary-eyed Klopp claimed that the world of football management would be without his services once he departs Anfield for a while, but never ruled out a return. What better way to mark a return than to be given the task of rejuvenating Barcelona? Challenging, perhaps, but a task that only the likes of Klopp would thrive in. Number 8, Xabi Alonso, Bayer Leverkusen. Current odds, 7 to 1. From the current Liverpool manager to the man who seemingly will replace him. Of course, nothing is set in stone and Barcelona's name is still being thrown into the conversation, but Alonso moving to Anfield seems inevitable, doesn't it? He's a young and hungry coach gradually earning his plaudits for his brilliant work done at Bayer Leverkusen, and Barcelona would be wise to lodge an interest. Alonso, still just 42 years of age, is poised to give Bayern Munich a run for their money domestically this term, and their flawless run of results attests to his in-game brilliance. But given the Spaniards' loyalty to Barca's rivals, Real Madrid, it's an unlikely venture. Number 9, Julian Nagelsmann, Germany. Current odds, 12 to 1. Always mooted for a shot at the big-timers, Julian Nagelsmann got it when he took over Bayern Munich. Relatively inexperienced in comparison to others in the managerial echo chamber, the German boasted an impressive points-per-game ratio of 2.31, per Transfermarkt, but was sharply replaced by Thomas Tuchel when the experienced head became available. A 6-month hiatus followed before he was appointed the German national team boss. Though given his age, Nagelsmann would surely be keen to get back into domestic management, with international management too few and far between for the likes of the younger bracket of chiefs in the sport. With Barcelona potentially looking to enter a new and improved era, opting for someone like the 36-year-old would perhaps be a gamble, but one worth taking? Maybe. Number 10, Erik ten Hag, Manchester United. Current odds, 12 to 1. Given that Ten Hag has struggled to get a tune out of Manchester United during his second season in charge, there isn't much substance to the Dutchman moving to the Spanish behemoths. Having enjoyed a litany of success at Ajax, a move to England's top tier seemed to be fail-proof, just like it did after securing the Carabao Cup in his inaugural term at the helm. But, realistically, he has failed to pull up trees. With Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his Ineos team taking over the Old Trafford football operations, the former Ajax man could find himself out of a job in the near future, however, and Barcelona could come calling. It's not unfair to mention, however, that the 53-year-old will not be at the top of the shopping list. Let us know what you think about the entire thing in the comments section below. Additionally, stay tuned and subscribe to this YouTube channel for the latest news and updates from around the world. We sign